Hello. Something I forgot and something I don't really mention is how I do group readings. I'm so excited. I'm doing a group reading this weekend, actually like a party situation. So if ever you're interested in doing either, I also do couples readings and whatnot, or best friends and whatnot. So readings with two people or readings for however many people. I love doing all kinds of readings, but group readings are really, really fun. So just throwing that out there for anyone who's interested. And as always, info in the description to book a reading with me for any kind of reading you'd like. So this weekend we have Moon in Aquarius. I think for everyone this is a nice sociable weekend. Excuse me. We have a lot of introverted energies, but this moon is coming along to kind of get us out of our shell, to connect with people that are friends or certainly at least have some kind of like-minded interest. And that's, I think, that really the big thing for this weekend. That party is perfectly planned synchronistically. It's so beautiful. We have Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Pisces, not to mention the moon in Aquarius. So there's a lot of festive energies. There's a lot of energies to connect. I think especially the big focus is friendship in particular, which is great because that's actually what the party's about. It's so great. Anyways, I think for everybody we can really enjoy our time with our friends this weekend, and having any get-togethers is just a really good time for that. So I want to use a little bit of a new method. I think this would be really helpful. Oh, speaking of which, I just did a YouTube video. I'm going to be doing it every month. Of all of the different sun signs, what to expect for the coming month. Of course, I'm going to continue to do these transit videos because I love doing these as well. But I just did that for my last video. And you can think of that as basically like mid-April to about mid-May or so. In the future, I'll just focus on doing the month ahead, but that's what we have. So that video is available, and I really recommend checking that out. And yeah, so I think this new method, I think for air signs, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, this weekend is a really good opportunity to talk about your emotions. We've had, again, a lot of introverted energies, which are a little uncomfortable for fire and air individuals. So fire signs are Leo and Aquarius, Leo and Aries and Sagittarius. All of this earth and water is very different from even where we were just a couple weeks ago, where it was so much fire and air. So I'll get to the air and then I'll get to the fire signs. So for air signs, I think that it's really important to make sure we're not falling into the trap of the Mars and Pisces transit, which, again, there's so many good things to every energy and there's so many good things to that energy. But it's a little funky, especially for air and fire energy. And really for all of us, we should keep this in mind, but I think especially for air signs, to make sure that we're not falling into maybe getting down about something or feeling helpless about something, self-sabotaging. We really need to stay focused on how we as individuals have the control in our lives. We can't really control what happens in our lives, but we can certainly guide it effectively enough to be able to virtually have control, to make a difference, to make all the difference in the world. So I think that's really important for all of us to keep in mind, and especially for air signs. If you've been feeling down, ask yourself, okay, for this weekend, who do I need to talk to be able to get insights about this? Who can I rely on? And again, usually it's going to be best friend or several, close friends. How do I get in touch with my subconscious? And if things are going good, then how do I make that even better? And also, how do I help out my friends? Because a lot of people, it's easy, I found myself even earlier today, I was kind of getting a little in the funk, and I'm like, why am I being silly? Why am I acting so down and so morose about this? And then I snapped out of it. And that's the beauty of astrology. With awareness, we can snap out of it. We can grow away from that kind of unconscious behaviors. But that is really, I think, the big unconscious challenge, again, for all of us during this time, is that Mars and Pisces energy. And so for air signs, it's good to see, okay, who can I talk to about this? Again, that's great for anybody. But if you have sun and air or a lot of air, this is especially good for you. Fire signs. Actually, no, let's cover fire. I didn't mean to favor the air and fire signs first, but fire, I think the key is just to slow down. And this goes for air too, but especially for fire. Slow down. We are in a very earth and water dominated landscape right now. So we want to, again, I know I keep saying it, but slow down. Just be patient, take a breather. this isn't quite the time for everything to just launch. I know the last 30 days up until the last couple of days have been Sun in Aries, and then Mercury's in Aries. All this Aquarius is going on with Mars and Saturn. But where we are now is a bit more of a reflective time, a bit more a chill time. And even for the next couple weeks, I would say it's a really good policy to slow things down. Now, again, that being said, certain things are going to speed up, like relationships, love life, friendships, etc. On May 2nd, Venus goes into Aries, so that is speeding things up. May 10th, Jupiter's going into Aries, and then sometime later on in May, I can't remember the exact date, but it's like in maybe mid-20s or something, 23rd, 24th or something like that, Mars goes into Aries. We'll cover that as we get closer. So, fire signs, just be patient. Your day in the sun is coming. It's right around the corner. Just need a little bit of time. And I think especially by 3 weeks from now, like huge moving forward. So all the more important to slow down, take a breather now, because we can't be burning at high octane fuel all the time. Trust me, I myself feel like that's a challenge to do that. You know, me even just saying that, because I have a ton of fire energy myself. Actually more fire in a lot of ways than any other energy. But no, that is our ego. That's not our higher self, you know, the higher ego, our inner child in a positive sense, you know. It's more the bratty inner child that we want to not allow to have the reins of things, because it just goes full gas pedal down to the metal and we burn out, you know. And then when a good time for all this fire to be expressed comes around, we don't have the energy to express it. So we want to be patient. We don't want to be holding ourselves back, but and like I said, Mars is in Pisces. We do want to make sure we're being concrete and moving forward with things. But we just want to, again, we want to take our time, and we don't want to try and force anything during any time period. But I think some people might feel like, oh, I need to force things. Or I think a lot of people, you know, I think especially males with Mars in Pisces, there's a sense of I need to prove myself. In a way, I'm noticing a bit of an insecurity with Mars transiting Pisces, Mars being one of the masculine planets, where there can be an insecurity for males at this time of I need to, whereas we're supposed to be letting go of ego, there can be a kind of clutching on to ego unconsciously, you know, of like I need to prove something. And this could be the masculine essence for anybody. We all have masculine and feminine within us, yin and yang energy. But I think for males, especially those who identify as males, there's going to be more of a potential challenge here where it's really important to be very mindful and to not be seeking to prove anything to ourselves or to others about, oh, how masculine we are, or how this or that or whatever, how strong we are, how successful. We need to kind of chill that, and we need to rise to the better part of Mars and Pisces, which is letting go of ego and finding strength in selflessness, finding strength in empathy and compassion, and being more introspective and reflective and vulnerable, you know, allowing our feminine side to develop as well and to show itself. That's really important. And not being jealous of other people, and being very supportive and loving of other people. And that's really the best for masculine, feminine, what have you, is being supportive and loving and empathetic. That's the best. So finishing up, water signs. This is such a lovely time for you. This is really a lovely time for water and earth signs, because again, even if you're not Taurus or Pisces, you know, if you're the other earth energies of Virgo and Capricorn, or the other water energies of Cancer and Scorpio, there's so much support at this time. You're able to, you know, we're all able to focus on breakthroughs at this time, and that's something that's really important, is keep moving forward. And I think for earth energy individuals in particular, with this Mercury and Uranus and Sun all being in Taurus, this is such a great opportunity for you to break out of any ruts. And it comes through being consciously aware of it, and it comes from devoting, just having the energy. Really, it's going to be really easy to, but you do still need to make that choice. Of course, we have free will always. It's never a passive thing, you know, living. we need to consciously apply the free will to move forward, to utilize this beautiful opportunity to break out of any ruts, to take things to new levels. So if you feel stuck with something, really focus on it, work on it, try and figure out what's going on. How can I make steps moving forward from here? And again, earth energy individuals, you have so much just naturally clicking for you, where you ask the question, you get the answer, you have the practical steps, you put them into motion, you get progress right away. It's It's phenomenal. And really, of course, for the big long-term things, it'll take time, but overall, there's a lot that can happen very quickly for you because Uranus is involved, and all of a sudden you've evolved. Like, roller coaster comes to mind, where it's like you were walking before, now you are just going forward in a really steady way. I think roller coaster is a great example of that, where it's very, well, hopefully very steady as per the tracks, and the buttresses and the support and whatnot, but it's able to go fast. And that's the beauty of earth energy, is it's very stable, but then it's able to get so much done. So I think that's something that's very good for you. And then for the water energy individuals, one last thing I want to say. For earth energy individuals, it's really important to not be cold emotionally this weekend. That can be tempting, especially with the moon being conjunct Saturn on Sunday. So be focused. For all of us, it's good to keep this in mind for Sunday, is be focused, be diligent, be disciplined, just carry through with whatever it is that is most on your mind, whatever it is that's maybe troubling you. And this could be a practical thing, it could be an emotional thing, it could be really anything in life. But I think the big thing is look at your emotions on Sunday and ask yourself, okay, how am I acting? Am I restricted? Am I fearful, etc.? If so, what do I need to know about my situation, about what do I need to do practically to move forward? And also, what do I need to know about myself emotionally? Maybe even just being consciously aware of it really can change things. Maybe I'm afraid of something. Maybe there's some deep subconscious fear. That's a big thing for all of us, but especially for the water signs, you're able to tap into this really effectively, is this is a season for healing. And again, like I said before, it's not really a season for moving forward very quickly, but we are moving forward in some really powerful ways. But do that, we have to spend our time introspecting, reflecting, going deep within, and understanding this is what I'm feeling, this is why, or asking questions, why am I feeling this way, and exploring it, and then you figure out the answer, or you at least make major progress. This is such an incredible opportunity for us to heal, to be in touch with our subconscious. There's infinite room to grow subconsciously, so there's infinite possibilities to be able to connect with our subconscious. So we should never be proud. We should never think, I know everything about my subconscious. Even if we have it all really nicely mapped out, there's infinite all, so it is in all directions. There's still more. But that being said, it's really good to have a good understanding of who we are at our core, what our subconscious, who we are at our essence, how we think, how we feel, what our values are, etc., what we're afraid of, what we've been through traumatically, how we can heal, how we have healed, what our gifts are, what are our dreams, how do we grow, all these things are connected with our subconscious. So that's the great thing on offer here. And I think for all the water signs, you are able to tap into this so effectively, and also able to move forward, get out of ruts. I think these ruts are a bit more emotional in nature, but again, for all of us, this is something for all of us to take into account. Get moving out of ruts, whether practical or emotional. And for water energy individuals, you're able to tap into the compassion and the empathy and the inner awareness of our emotions even more effectively. I would say this is on offer for everybody, but even more effectively than anybody else. So it's a beautiful thing to enjoy. Again, as always, I love doing readings. I really, really, really love doing readings. And you can book a reading with me in the description. So if you haven't ever had a reading, come get a reading. If you've had a reading before and you're just looking for a checkup, or there's new info to talk about as per transit, so that's a checkup, or about anything else that you have on your mind, come get a reading. It's always a good time to get a reading if you're if you're open to it, if you're interested. Infinite love. See you, my friends. Namaste.